Welcome back to Nightclub 2. This is week 2. I'm Matt.
I'm Maggie.
And we are hopping into a brand new pattern for this week. This is going to be our cuddle wrap into an open pass. Don't forget, if you want to rewatch any of the pieces of this, we have time codes listed below. So whether it is the lead, the follow, the breakdown, the key points, the demonstration, the drill, it's all going to be listed right there. So hey, let's just jump into it. All right, let's go ahead and demonstrate this pattern. We'll start off with the leader's perspective. We'll start off in a left to right hand hold, left hand on top. And we have 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. All right, let's go ahead and demonstrate that from the follower's perspective. We start off in a left over right double hand hold, and we have 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. All right, let's go ahead and break this pattern down. We'll start off with the lead's perspective, nice and slow. We're going to be in a two-hand hold, left over right. We do our basic off to the side for 1, 2, and. On 3, bring the left hand up over the follower's head. 3. Now we're going to start turning with our right hand predominantly. So this was 3, so we're going to go 4 and 1. Leaders, make sure your left hand stays loose the whole time. That way it can wrap kind of like a hammerlock action. And you want to stay square as much as possible as far as looking at your partner. That's going to make it a little bit easier on the joints. Keep your hand against their back. Now we're going to check together. 2 and unwind. 3, 4, and 1. You'll naturally bring that left hand up. On the 1, you want to bring it up and over the leader's head. Now, you're going to bring the right hand and let go and put it on her back and bring her across for 2 and 3. And then there's your basic. 4 and. Okay? One more time from the lead's perspective, nice and slow. Left hand, lead. We have 1, 2, and 3. Turn with the right hand. 4 and 1. 2 and 3. 4 and 1. It's between that 4 and when you bring that left hand up and over. And it finishes on the 1. Drop the right hand, drop the left hand, bring them across for 2 and 3, 4 and. One more time now from the follower's perspective, nice and slow. Left hand over right. We have 1, 2, and 3. Turn with the right hand. 4 and 1. Check together. 2 and 3. 4 and 1. Left hand goes up and over the head. Right hand drops to the back. Bring them across for 2 and 3. Finish the basic. 4 and. All right, leads. Let's go ahead and get your footwork sorted out here. So from your perspective, you are doing 1, 2, and 3. 4 and 1. This is all passing footwork. Now we check to the side. 2 and 3. 4 and 1. 2 and 3. 4 and. Again with different rhythms. You need slows and quicks. Here's that. Slow. Quick, quick, 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 slow. Quick, quick. One more time with foot actions. I'm going to have side for the basic, together, pass. Bring the hand up. Commence turning. Forward, forward and across. Forward, forward and across. Now we check together. I'm going to kind of do a side rock. Side rock. Now forward and across for the unwind. Forward, Forward and across, forward, bring the hand up and over the head. Forward and turning, side. Together, pass. Those are 3 different situations for your footwork. There you go. Up next is follows.
All right, fellows, here's our footwork. So we have going off to our right for 1, 2, and so for this 3, we're going to go on ahead and turn sort of what's going to become our line, turn towards what's going to become our line, just a quarter of a turn. And so that's on 3, and we've stepped onto our left leg. Then, for 4 and 1, we're going to go on ahead and do a 3-step turn down the line. We're going to do 1.5 rotations. And then we've gotten into this sort of not quite cuddle position here. And then we have our rock step back onto our left, and then back onto our right. Then we sort of just unwind again, going down, back down our line for another 3-step turn, and then off to the side again with our right. So then we have this pass here where we're going to step onto our left, forward, and we're going around our partner, and then we'll go side. He's going to go ahead and kind of get back onto this line, and then we'll both go off to what is our left, and then we finish with this 4 and. So, doing that a little bit more smoothly. So we have 1, 2, and 3, quarter turn. 4 and 1, 1.5 turns. 2 and 3, 4 and 1. We've gone off on our right. Now it's time for this pass. 2 and 3, off to our left. 4 and then we can go into whatever we want. All right? So that's our follows footwork.
All right, let's have the key points for this pattern. It's all about using which hand to do what. So we start off in this left to right hand hold, right? So the very first action, leaders, it's with your left hand. On the 3, it goes up and over their head. The rest is then done with that right hand. But while you're doing that turning, don't let the left hand get tense. It needs to stay relaxed to where you're just even touching fingertips. Because when you finish up that cuddle wrap action, it needs to be where your back of your left hand is on the small of the follow's back. It doesn't need to be like there's thumbs involved. It's just the back of the hand touching their fingertip on their back. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. So if we're here and we have our 1, 2, and 3, it goes over, and now it's all the leader's right hand for 4 and 1. See how the small, the hand is on the small of her back? I want to just have fingertips here. That's all I'm looking for, because that just creates a looser connection. If I try to grab, it's going to get tight and it's going to mess with the turn. So instead, I keep it relaxed, let them finish the action. Now we're going to check together. We have 2 and then we start to unwind with the right hand. 3, 4, and the left hand comes up. 1. The hand can come up and over the lead's head, and then let it go off the neck. Let go. That's the combination right there that's tricky. So you want to make sure that you know which hand is doing what, when there's tone and when there's nothing, when there's just a lack of tension and just a little bit of presence to feel so the follower knows when to keep going, when to stop, when to rock. Okay, so otherwise this is very much a wind and unwind action. You just need to know which hand is what. You start with the left going, turn with the right, check, turn with the right, left finishes. It's kind of like bookends. The left hand begins and finishes the pattern. Okay? That is really the biggest key point there. Secondary for the next part is we want to stay facing one another. So when we go into these actions, or as much as we can at least. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Now this turn, at the end of this turn, then this cuddle wrap. 4 and 1. We want to still have it, because if I'm here, this doesn't make it comfortable. But if I stay here, it's a lot more comfortable for the follow. We check 4 and 1. I continue facing her, not facing down the line. That gives her a sense of we're coming back to this closed position here. I can bring that hand up over to me, and I can let go, and it means, hey, I'm closing up. If I face down the line instead, there's a good chance that we're going to be traveling down the line. That gives a visual cue in Nightclub that we're going to keep going, especially if you do a traveling style. So closing off with the body means the closing off of the pattern, whereas an opening of the body is an opening of the line. It means the follow is going to continue to travel across or down the line. So it's important to communicate that with our top line leads. Those are our 2 big key points. All right, let's go ahead and do our continuity drill so you can see what this looks like a couple of times back to back. Remember, Nightclub is that nice, easy dance. Originally, it was done more as a rhythmical alternative, so if you are dancing an older style where you break in 5th position breaks, that's fine. Keep the positioning tighter, that way you don't lose track of your partner. Stay square, and you can do the higher tempos, but we prefer the slower tempo, that medium to slow area. So we're going to be doing that tempo there. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. Start off in a closed position for this demo. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 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 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. All right, great job today, guys. Don't forget, it's about maintaining, facing the partner, watching what each other's doing. Keep that central facing. That's really what it's all about, making sure you're facing one another. Even when you're in weird positions like that cradle wrap, it helps you finish the action. It makes it less jerky. It's easier on the joints too. But hey, we just talked about all that. So we will see you guys next week.